The world is quietly shifting in ways few people truly notice, where massive systems operating behind the scenes are redefining global energy and industry. Across China, a new generation of megastructures is rising, forming a vast network where old limits are being pushed aside and once unthinkable ideas are turning into impossible projects. In this journey, you'll uncover the secrets behind China's energy and industrial titans, where scale, power, and complexity come together in ways that feel almost unreal. At the center of it all stands the Baihetan Dam, one of the largest hydroelectric dams on Earth, where cutting-edge engineering meets the raw force of nature. This isn't just infrastructure, it's a statement of ambition, where technology turns the impossible into reality. And now, let's dive into the hidden world behind China's massive energy and industrial giants, and witness the force shaping the future of our world. Baihetan Dam. Prepare to be overwhelmed by an engineering marvel reigning over the Jinsha River on the upper reaches of the Yangtze. You are standing before the Baihetan Dam, the world's second-largest hydroelectric power station with a massive capacity of 16,000 megawatts. Look closely at the towering double-curvature concrete arch structure, an incredible infrastructure achievement capable of withstanding immense water pressure from a reservoir hundreds of meters deep. Witness a breakthrough in modern construction technology, where each generator unit here has a single unit capacity of 1 million kilowatts, the largest in the world today. Feel the drama from its perilous location amidst deep canyons, where humans have tamed nature's power to create a sustainable stream of green energy. The awe will truly explode when you realize that this entire project was built under extremely complex geological conditions, requiring technical solutions unprecedented in the history of world dam engineering. Where architecture is not just mindless concrete blocks, but a testament to human intelligence reaching new heights. Are you ready to join Hard Hat and explore this bright pearl of global hydropower? Jiluodu Dam, Yunnan/Sichuan. Governing the fierce flow of the Jinsha River, this marvel stands tall as the world's highest concrete arch dam, 295 meters. Drama unfolds as this massive curved wall withstands immense water pressure amidst deep canyon terrain. A clean energy explosion is created here, providing vast power to the entire continent. Feel the resilience of the engineers who built an ultra-sustainable structure capable of enduring the strongest geological tremors. The real awe comes during the flood discharge, as white torrents plunge like a beast conquered by human hands. Are you most impressed by the towering 295-meter height or the extraordinary water pressure resistance of this dam? Please leave your thoughts on the detail that amazed you the most. Longyangxia Dam Solar Park, Qinghai. Prepare to step into an ocean of light, stretching across the Qinghai Plateau, where millions of solar panels cover the valleys around the Longyangxia Dam. In a region once defined by cold winds and barren land, engineers have built one of the largest solar power farms on the planet. The project confronts extreme conditions at more than 9,800 feet, 3,000 meters, where harsh climate and intense sunlight challenge every piece of equipment. A visual explosion appears when you realize the panels extend across more than 10 square miles, about 27 square kilometers. Electricity generated here works together with the hydropower of the Longyangxia Dam, forming a unique hybrid system of water and sunlight. Standing among endless rows of panels, you feel how sunlight itself is being transformed into energy for millions of homes. In that moment, the once empty plateau becomes a symbol of the global energy transition. At sunrise in this sea of mirrors, would you feel small before nature or proud of human ambition? Chengdu Supercomputing Center, Sichuan. Have you ever wondered what happens inside the electronic brain, processing trillions of calculations every second for an entire region of China? In Chengdu, the most powerful supercomputing center in Western China operates as the technological heart for artificial intelligence, scientific research, and climate prediction. Inside its cold corridors stand massive rows of servers, where tens of thousands of processors work together on calculations that normal computers would take years to finish. The drama of this facility lies not in its appearance, but in invisible power, reaching hundreds of petaflops, or hundreds of trillions of operations every second. Algorithms here simulate satellite trajectories, forecast storms, and even assist the design of medicines and new materials. Standing before this colossal engine of computation, you begin to realize that data has become the new fuel of the 21st century. It is a quiet technological fortress, silently shaping the future of science and innovation. If you could send one question into this supercomputer today, what mystery would you want it to solve first? Three Gorges Dam. Prepare to hold your breath before a massive concrete block damming the turbulent Yangtze River. You are standing before the Three Gorges Dam, the planet's largest hydroelectric project with a staggering capacity of 22,500 megawatts. Look closely at the towering wall over 2 kilometers long, an engineering feat that completely changed the landscape of the lower reaches of Asia's longest river. Witness a breakthrough in human water control, creating a massive reservoir capable of regulating floods and paving the way for large cargo ships to travel deep inland. Feel the drama as the floodgates swing open, creating thunderous white water columns, a testament to the terrifying mechanical power operating within. The awe will truly explode when you realize that the Earth's rotation even slowed by a tiny fraction due to the massive mass of water stored here, a symbol of the power to conquer nature. Where infrastructure is not just a dam, but the eternal energy heart of a superpower. Are you ready to join Hard Hat and witness the unparalleled power of this giant Tuoketuo power plant? Prepare to face a true energy fortress where the heat can be felt from miles away. You are standing before the Tuoketuo power plant, China's largest coal-fired power complex and one of the region's most critical energy facilities. Look closely at the giant chimneys reaching straight into the Inner Mongolian sky, a testament to the scale of heavy and powerful industrial infrastructure. Witness a breakthrough in operating a super-large power grid, as this site carries the responsibility of lighting up the entire capital of Beijing and surrounding areas. Feel the drama from the roar of massive turbines and the 24/7 relentless work pace of thousands of workers in a harsh environment. The awe will truly explode when you see the tangled network of high-voltage lines radiating from here like veins, carrying energy thousands of kilometers away to nourish urban life. Where architecture is not for ornate beauty, but a symbol of endurance and rapid industrialization. Are you ready to join Hard Hat and explore the massive machine operating behind the lights of million-resident cities? Yangshan Deepwater Port, Shanghai. Imagine standing in the middle of the ocean, where a sea bridge carries you toward a massive artificial island that hosts the largest man-made deep-water port on Earth. As your vehicle moves along the Donghai Bridge stretching more than 20 miles, about 32 kilometers, a labyrinth of docks and towering cranes slowly rises from the sea ahead of you. This port faces the harsh winds and waves of the East China Sea, Yet engineers transformed scattered rocky islands into a logistics fortress in the open ocean. The moment of awe appears when you see miles of terminals where container ships longer than 1,300 feet, around 400 meters, quietly dock beside the piers. Giant automated cranes as tall as buildings begin lifting containers with astonishing precision. Standing on the terminal, you hear metal movements, engines, and ocean waves blending into the rhythm of global trade. Each container leaving this port may be heading toward a city on the other side of the planet. If you could stand here and watch this container city operate day and night, how overwhelming do you think that experience would be? Share your thoughts in the comments. Port of Shanghai, Shanghai. Close your eyes for a second and imagine standing at what many call the logistical heart of the global economy. As you step onto an observation deck overlooking the busiest container port on Earth, thousands of steel cranes rise before you like an endless metallic forest. The mighty Yangtze River must handle enormous trade pressure as container ships longer than 1,300 feet, around 400 meters, continuously glide toward the terminals. The visual explosion arrives when you realize the container yards stretch for miles, stacking cargo like giant industrial skyscrapers. Automated cranes and driverless transport vehicles move with centimeter precision, turning millions of containers into a perfectly synchronized system. Every single day, tens of thousands of containers depart from here, heading toward ports across the globe. From above, the scene looks surreal, as enormous ships appear tiny within an ocean of steel and cargo. If you could travel back several centuries and stand at this same river mouth before global trade transformed it, how different do you think this place would look? Baosteel Shanghai, Shanghai. This is not a skyscraper, but a gigantic city of steel, where fire and molten metal shape the industrial strength of China. In Baoshan district of Shanghai, the largest steel plant in China operates as the beating heart of modern metallurgy. Massive blast furnaces confront temperatures above 2,700 degrees Fahrenheit, about 1,500 degrees Celsius, where iron ore and coke transform into rivers of glowing metal. The dramatic moment appears when molten steel flows through casting channels stretching hundreds of feet, creating fiery rivers across the industrial complex. Millions of tons of steel leave this facility every year, supplying materials for sea bridges, high-speed trains, and towering skyscrapers. Robotic arms and automated production lines operate without pause, showing how metallurgy has entered the digital industrial era. Standing before this enormous complex, you realize why steel still forms the backbone of modern civilization. If you could walk into this city of fire one day, would the heat or the industrial scale impress you more? Xiaolangdi Dam, Henan. You are standing before a colossal concrete wall, holding back the Yellow River, a river once called China's sorrow because of its devastating floods for thousands of years. This is the largest flood control dam on the Yellow River, built to tame one of the most sediment-heavy rivers on Earth. The structure confronts immense pressure from the muddy torrent carrying millions of tons of sediment every year. The most dramatic moment comes when massive spillway gates open, unleashing powerful white torrents like artificial waterfalls. Its unique sediment flushing system allows the dam to release built-up silt and keep the river flowing downstream. From the crest of the dam, you can see the mighty yellow current being controlled by gigantic steel gates. Beyond flood control, this project protects millions of people living along the lower reaches of this historic river. If you stood here when all the spillway gates suddenly opened, would the sight feel more terrifying or breathtaking to you? Fast telescope. Hidden among the remote karst mountains of Guizhou, a gigantic ear quietly points toward the sky, listening for ancient whispers from the universe. As you reach the edge of this natural valley, the world's largest radio telescope appears with an aperture of 1,640 feet 500 meters. Thousands of aluminum panels assemble into a massive silver dish carefully placed within the mountains to reduce radio interference. The moment of awe comes when you realize the reflective surface covers an area nearly equal to 30 football fields. Suspended above the dish, a receiver cabin weighing dozens of tons hangs in mid-air, supported by an ultra-precise cable system. With its adaptive surface, this telescope can track celestial signals traveling billions of light years across the universe. Standing inside this silent valley, you feel humanity extending its ears deeper into the cosmos. If one day a signal from an extraterrestrial civilization arrives here, Do you think humanity should answer or simply observe? Wenchang Space Launch Site, Hainan. On the tropical coast of Hainan, a massive launch pad quietly waits for the moment when machines weighing thousands of tons leave Earth and head into space. This is China's new generation satellite launch center, where modern Long March rockets begin their journey, carrying satellites and probes into orbit. Its location near the equator allows rockets to take advantage of Earth's rotational speed, saving fuel and increasing payload capacity. The dramatic moment arrives when rocket engines ignite, unleashing a gigantic column of fire that shakes the entire launch platform. From this site, communications satellites, lunar probes, and deep space missions have started their voyages beyond the atmosphere. Giant rocket assembly and transport systems operate with millimeter precision, revealing the extraordinary sophistication of modern aerospace engineering. As the rocket leaves the pad and turns into a bright point among the clouds, you feel the ambition of humanity pushing beyond the sky. If you could witness a real rocket launch here one day, what do you think that moment would feel like? Share your thoughts in the comments.